Nothing left to lose now. Everything to prove now. Long as I'm alive, I'ma fight back. My fire never cools down. I'm about to catch fire. Yeah, I'm about to catch fire. Get ready for the new me. Get ready for the new me. Try to hold me down and I go higher. Try to put me out and I go louder. I'm a fighter, a survivor. Stand back while I catch fire.
Welcome to the WSL Post Show here at the U.S. Open of Surfing, Huntington Beach, presented by Shiseido, where we're going to box up and unbox and unwrap and present to you all of today's happenings. As you can tell, we're cleaning the beach up right now. We're bringing in the buoys, but guess what? Those buoys are going to be right back out tomorrow. This is day 4 of 7 of competition, so we got a long ways to go. I'm Kuiper Guerrero with the lovely Shannon Hughes and the large Peter Mel.
Thanks, bro.
Shannon, your thoughts on today?
It was amazing. I mean, I love seeing waves here in my hometown in Huntington Beach anytime there's something breaking. Love the way that inside shore break came alive, and we saw the surfers really attack it.
Yeah, we sure did. We saw some great performances. People needed some light feet out here and some good strategy.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's been kind of a bit of a Groundhog Day. It's been very similar throughout. It didn't really see like any huge difference in swell, really. I mean, it was lots of surf to be had. There were some slow heats. There were some action-packed heats. There were some great performances, and I'd love to go through it.
There were some great performances and some technically bad decisions out there. It all happened in Heat 8. We're going to review that again. Let's take another look at the Shiseido Heat recap of the last heat of the day. Alyssa Spencer prepping up and brought some action, Shannon. She was surfing so good.
Oh, she has been on an absolute tear coming into the U.S. Open, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see her walk away with a win surfing the way that she was.
It's about time, I think, for Alyssa Spencer. Barely missing a spot on the championship tour through qualification in 2019, and she looks very determined to join that championship tour in 2022, and especially with surfing like this, Pete.
Well, she made it look easy, really. I mean, the entire heat, she dominated from hooter to hooter. It would have been a very relaxing heat to be surfing in as participating, especially in that green jersey. Did so well, just good, easy mix of what she needed to do properly. She did it. Just unfortunately, the end of this heat, that's where stuff got weird.
What happened here, Pete?
Interference. Amora Suzuki sitting in second position. She had to give way, unfortunately, to Alyssa, and she didn't. She got interference and then knocked herself out of second.
And that gave a ticket for Felipa Anderson to move into the round of 16.
You look at this totals, a 5.66 two-wave total for Felipa. And it all came down to the fact that she got this last wave, actually helped her out to get her in from 4th to 3rd, which then the interference dropped her made her into second.
Let's hear from Alyssa Spencer down on the beach with Kale Carranza.
Thank you very much, Kaipo. Alyssa, some happy moments and some sad moments in that heat. Let's start with the positive. It's not every day you combo the field, much less second wave. Your backup score was enough to take the heat out.
Yeah, that heat was definitely really fun in the first half. There was a big flurry of waves, and I managed to get myself on 2 of them, so that was nice. And yeah, it went super slow for the rest of the heat, so there was no more opportunities for anyone, but I was happy that I was able to find 2 in the beginning.
Now, an unfortunate turn of events from Amora Suzuki. Your thoughts on that last wave? You saw her coming in?
Yeah, I knew I had priority on the wave, and I had made it all the way to the inside, and I just went for the last turn, and I was kind of hoping that both of us were going to be able to get a turn on the inside, but we ended up coming pretty close to each other, so it's sad that she got the interference on that one. There was no way that I was trying to do that or anything, but yeah, it was just such a weird little priority situation.
Well, congratulations. We're happy to see you move on through. Back up to the booth, gentlemen.
Yeah. Wow. Alyssa Spencer, excellent heat score. 817, I believe, in that heat, and just looks so informed.
She did. And that's what I'm saying. It's a laugher of a heat, right? That Cote had mentioned. It's like one of those heats where you just chuckle the whole time, because such a great start. It was really tough for anybody to catch up to her.
Yeah. Well, in the men's Heat 12, round number 2, we saw Cade Madsen. We saw Kanoa Igarashi. So we expected Kanoa Igarashi, he's a two-time champ, you know, to do well out here. But Cade Matson, I'm telling you, this kid's got it in spades. We're going to open up with Kanoa Igarashi, but take a look here at Cade Matson, Shannon. I'm liking what I'm seeing from this youngster. Yeah,
that backhand attack, you know, heading into the pier, it's been such a good wave this week to really be able to find the ones that unleash and open up. And then you can see him, I mean, he's just patient with everything, but his style, his flow coming through the inside section, and that's where you see that backhand attack really unleash. I mean, to connect 3 turns together that quickly, impressive.
Pete, Kanoa, always dependable at Southside Huntington Beach.
Very dependable, but I'll say this wasn't an easy heat win for him. You know, he had to work. He had to come from behind. He took all the way to the end to get the score. And even the last wave that he had, he was probably in his own mind going, ooh, is that enough? Because it wasn't a dominating performance. He had to work for it, and I loved how he was able to work for it because he earned it.
Yeah, I don't think it was actually a heat win for Kanoa Igarashi. He advanced because this kid took down the two-time champ in this heat.
Well, I love knowing that Cade, you know, walked away with that win over Kanoa. It would have been a big feat for him to walk away, getting the nod over the two-time champion here at Huntington Beach. And, I mean, this sort of surfing, you can see why he walked away with it.
Yeah, look at that 7.33, one of the highest scores of the day for young Cade Matson, making San Clemente Posse proud, and rightfully so. I love the fact that we start with 64 women, 96 men, and we get to see so many different up-and-coming personalities, and Cade is one of them. Now we're going to switch gears to the women. We had our Tahitian surfer, Vahine Fierro, and then we had a part-time commentator, Dimity Stoyle, actually show us not just her talking skills, but her surfing skills. Dimity, she's been ripping, and she wants back on tour. We want to keep her as a commentator, but with surfing like this, she may just end up on the Dream Tour in 2022, Shannon.
Yeah, I mean, for Dimity Stoyle, look at that execution on the inside section. That board, it's a favorite of hers. She's been riding it for quite a while, and she had an excellent heat here against Vahine.
Well, Vahine, remember, we called this heat together, and it was a slow start for Vahine. She didn't get into the first mix at the very beginning of it. She was waiting for priority, ended up getting this wave right here, took the best wave of the heat, and then started the roll from there. She picked up her quick waves back-to-back, which we saw happen quite often today.
Yeah, but, it happened a couple of times, and it was great to see Vahine so early figure that out in the lineup.
Look at that score, 7.33, 4.9 for Vahine Fierro, making Tahiti proud, and I couldn't be more proud of her. You know what? We're not over yet. We got more coming your way on the post show here in Huntington Beach. When we return, we're going to go over with one of my favorite things, the WSL Top 5. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the U.S. Open of Surfing Post Show here in Huntington Beach. Wrapping up all of today's actions and some of the highlights. And one of the highlights of today's action is our Super 73 ride of the day. Let's take a look at it. Here it comes.
So like Mark uses priority on this one. Better looking set.
Glider.
Wow, great opening turn on her backhand. Love that backhand attack from Marks. Incredible surfing from Caroline. It's gonna come through.
It's our first 9 of the entire event.
It's our very first 9 of the entire event.
Thanks, Super 73. Now it's time for us to unwrap our top 5 gang. And we're going to start with number 5, Cole Hauschman. Let's check out this young man.
Look, Cole has been one of those surfers that you would think is going to put it together in this one. Very strong, lots of experience here at Huntington Beach, and very strong, both forehand and backhand. You know, his warm-up routine, get it spot on. I mean, you think about all of the things these guys and girls get to look at and emulate now with all the social media and YouTube channels and all that stuff. You can learn a lot just by studying, and this kid has done that, but also by experience here at Huntington Beach.
Yeah, Shannon, a 6.83 and a 6.33 for 13.16 two-wave total because of surfing like that.
Oh, it was just so impressive, and he actually had a really good result of the Jack Surfboards Pro here just a couple weeks ago, and that was against some of the best surfers in the North American field, so it gave him that warm-up and confidence to perform the way he did today at the U.S. Open.
I'm loving what I'm seeing from Cole Hauschman, and we're going to see more of Cole because he dominated, and we'll see him tomorrow in competition when we return.
Yeah, I love that in-section hit.
So did he. One of the few swallowtails being ridden.
Number 4, Liam O'Brien. He's a former runner-up out here at the U.S. Open, and it looks like he's got the form to maybe go one better. What do you think, Pete?
I would say I agree, and this was one that was a struggle for Liam in the very beginning. In his post-heat interview, he mentioned about how it was a very tough, it felt like waves were moving away from him. He was trying to get away from the crowd. All of a sudden, the waves were going elsewhere. He had to readjust, and when he readjusted, look what happened. Got himself 2 solid scores. Another one of those scenarios, Shannon, where we saw 2 waves come succession back to back, and that was enough to get him through. Yeah,
it was just really great to see that shift, that mindset of knowing that he really needed to get busy and figure out something different to be able to get himself through. And, you know, he found those waves that were going to offer him some actual scoring potential, which was tough in that heat.
And that's a happy feeling walking up the beach after a performance like that for the Aussie Liam O'Brien. Well, next one is for some fun. We got some big waves at Huntington Beach, Pete, just what you like.
I love how he just packed that barrel, too. You know, we do have a big wave tour. Saw that there were some events being put on the schedule, which is really good to see. Can't wait to get to Nazare, and, you know, that's just a perfect example to be able to do this and watch big wave surfing in Huntington.
We'll see the RC Surfer on the big wave tour this year.
Toe-ins, and everyone's loving the action. Coco Ho at number 2 with a great performance at the pier, making Pops proud. Check this out, Peter.
Yeah, I mean, we got to have her in the booth with pleasure, and she surfed the perfectly blueprinted heat. You know, she got herself a nice solid 6.3, I think was her first score, and then ended up lifting her next score after that. And then once again, 3 waves through the 30-minute heat, 1 every 10 minutes. Very comfortable to take this heat win.
Yeah, really impressive surfing from Coco today, and you know, knowing that she's got that maturity to it now. She's 30 years old. She's starting to really figure out how to focus on her own game to make it back onto the championship tour, which is the only place we want to see her dad there on the beach.
Pops is happy about that on the pier.
I love the no-look high five.
And number 1, Caralupo. Caroline Marks looking on point, coming after a victory just down the coast, and is rolling that momentum right here to Huntington Beach.
Think about the momentum she's carrying on the surfboard. It doesn't even look like she's trying it. She's just flying down the line. This was one of her first waves. Fell right there, but put it back together in this one, Shannon. Oh, what an amazing ride.
Oh, well, what I'm wondering now is, does anybody else have a chance to win the U.S. Open this year? Because Caroline off a win at Supergirl and dropping that 9 was ridiculously perfect surfing. So well executed. Love the Caralupo call out.
That was great. Thank you guys for joining me, Shannon, Peter. And it's the end of the day for us. Check out these highlights, however, and tune in tomorrow to WorldSurfLeague.com because competition is going to be going again here at the U.S. Open of Surfing, Huntington Beach, presented by Shiseido.
One of the reasons why they call this Surf City is that competition has been here since 1959. They've crowned world champions here at this pier. Duke Onamoku came here and showcased his surfing skills dancing on water, and so this is one of the regions that it started out.
Nice hook off the top for O'Brien. A second and make it 3. Gets the finish and rides out.
Watch the wrapping turn there.
And a nice backhand. Nice little disco spin there. Throws the air reverse and the nice finish. Oh, the passion from the Brazilian.
So now looking for the 5-6-1. Was that enough?
Oh. Not enough by 100th of a point.
Why am I so stressed? These chits in my head got my Bible dead. Trying to be a better man. I like these skirts, man. There's so much loss, so much regret.
A heartbreaker for Geiselman and Hazelwood, who both put up big numbers.
Kanoa, he needs this wave. He likes pressure.
Building speed, goes vertical. Could have another opportunity. Another vertical whip and a third.
I was worried for a moment he wasn't going to make it, but not with that kind of a surfboard.
Why am I so stressed? These chits in my head got my Bible dead. So much loss, so much regret.
We're going to transition over into the women's round of 32 Heat 1. Caroline Marks.
Love that backhand attack from Marks. First 9 of the entire event. 2-turn combination.
Oh, well, there's no time to dwell. We you know the witch is there by the spell.
Right before the buzzer. And a combination with a ride out. And that changes the heat. Just in time. Here we go. With Coco Ho. Nice backhand stab for Coco. Doing it stylishly without a hop. Snaps on the forehand. Big dumping section. Bang. Big snap. And Pops approves.
Sarah finding up this inside section. So powerful.
Hammered that thing.
Why am I so stressed? These chits in my head got my Bible dead. Trying to be a better man, but I like these skirts. So much loss, so much regret.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.